So I want to talk about decision making and then update you on my workout journey. So future me, I've been I've been doing pretty solid workout. I've been doing push-ups, sit-ups. Been running every day, not every day, but I've been running a lot. And by that, pull-ups to that, as well as some more general lifting. So we're off to a good start. And aside from that, I want to talk about decisions and making decisions and how my process of making decisions has changed since about 5 years ago. So when I first left home 5 years ago. So about 5 years ago, I can see my little brother is thinking similar to how I used to think back then, and how he makes decisions without thinking so much. And that's not to say I think out all of my decisions either. I really don't, as you probably know. But I can tell that I think I think in the long term a lot more than I did before. That's for sure. I definitely try to plan out a lot more than I did before. Beforehand, I used to just act, and then I would just assume it would all work out in the end. Like, just I wanted to go overseas, so I got everything I need to go overseas without doing any research. And then I realized there was a lot more work to be done with it. So that things like that, for example, are just to show that I didn't think things through before I would do them. And now that I gotten a bit older, I do think a lot more before I act. But when I look at my little brother, I can see that he doesn't think so much. He does what I was doing in the past, and that's kind of brings a smile to my face because I it's kind of uh nostalgic to see him do stuff like that because it reminds me of myself. It's really cool, but at the same time, he's a fucking idiot. And he's gonna learn that he's a fucking idiot in the next couple of years if he comes to the same realization that I did. But I think that in the future I'll probably be thinking forward thinking a lot more than I am now, which would be pretty nice. But I think there's a bit of a fear in me that the trade-off for thinking into the future, thinking further into the future is would be losing that drive, that ambition, the passion that pushes you forward so much. I talked to my dad and asked him if he remembers what his drive was like before he had kids, before he had to settle down. And he told me he had lofty ambitions. So he wanted to be a pilot. But having kids kind of throws a wrench in those plans, not to mention getting older. And that drive starts to die down and you start to become comfortable and get settled. And I guess that's not so bad, but at the same time, that's not something I would want, at least not in the present. I'd like to settle down in the future if I can make it that far. I'm 22 now, and I have a couple more years ahead of me that I get to take huge risks and do some really dumb stuff, as long as it's not illegal, of course, that I can try to accomplish some of these loftier ambitions that I have. But only you know what happens to me in the future, because you are me in the future, looking back at this now. But I just wanted to get that off my chest, and I wanted to get this out of the way because I've been thinking about this for a long time. Anyway, hope you're doing well, me.